for today. But yeah, anyway, let me get ready for this video. But sorry, I was eating a really delicious cherry pie. It was really good. But check this out. It's weird how like God works, you know, how his universe works. But basically for me, I went full circle, right? So check this out. This is more on that kind of that self-healing kind of journey thing, right? So for me, I went full circle. I started this at the same time, actually, like I said, more than 4 years ago, but this whole thing kind of accelerated over the last like 4 years, you know, over the last year, right? And I came full circle, you know. I'm gonna be like just very honest, because I was single for a long time, so I kind of started this like, I was like, man, you know, I really want a girlfriend, this and that. And I was like, well, the first thing I have to do is start loving myself, right? But basically, long story short, well, no, it's gonna be kind of a long story, but basically, I went full circle. You know, I'm coming a year into this, and I'm kind of like, damn, I'm still like single right now. But I was like, I had like an epiphany. I was like, this whole thing wasn't even about getting a woman or nothing. This whole journey was about about healing myself, right? I'm just doing this from the heart, you know, so I'm trying to make this as understandable as possible. But this whole journey is about healing myself and learning how to love myself. I was like, I watched this like YouTube video, and the woman said it very beautifully, but she said it like this. You know, imagine you got these doors, right? You got 8 doors. 8 is like basically everything you've been praying for and like praying to God for to manifest, right? And that's door 8, you know. But I got stuck on door 7, right? So door 7 was self-love, you know, because self-love, loving yourself, you know, actually caring about yourself, knowing your self-worth. And it was something I've struggled with my entire life, right? And I was getting there, but, you know, just to be kind of open, I went through a really bad cocaine addiction back in November 2023. So I'm in a very bad cocaine addiction. And I wound up setting myself back a lot, especially mentally, financially, of course, but mentally was the worst. It messed me up mentally, like all my self-worth and self-love that I was working for, basically almost all got washed away. So it's just like, you know, I had to start over. And you know, lately for the last like couple of months, I've been just like pounding on that door, hey, boom, boom, God, let me in. Why can't I get in? You know, I did this, and that, you know, boom, let me in. Just getting very mad. I've been like going through kind of a depression all over again, going through like certain things all over again. I was like, man, just why won't this door open? Why won't this door open? Pounding on it. And, you know, like that woman was saying, but it was a great point. God's like, hey, I can't open this door for you. I can't give you the key because you forgot something. You left something behind. You need to go back to door 7 because you left something behind. I can't open this door for you. I can't give you the key because you won't be able to even appreciate what I'm about to bless you with. Like, you won't even be able to appreciate it, right? That's in door 7. And what was that I left behind? It's my self-worth. This is my self-worth, man. I left that behind. I wound up basically dragging myself back to a point I was when I was like 16, 33 by the way. So you could just give you a scope of this mission, I guess. But I got put all the way back to door 7, which was self-love. You know, self-worth. You know, and I was just like, damn. So I basically had to go back again. And it's kind of disheartening because it's like, man, I was already kind of rolling and I set myself back, you know, because I was wondering why, like, the things I've been asking for and praying for aren't coming, you know, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And God said, hey, you forgot something, man. And then I'll put this too, I met this woman about a year ago today, you know, and I swear to God, that woman was like the mirror of me, you know, and like, I don't want to say her name or anything, but I just want to like just shout out to her, man. Like, I have this love for her. I'll never forget her. You know, she helped me out so much. Never slept with her, nothing like that. You know, I'm not saying I never did anything with her like that. But long story short, I was just like, man, I kind of realized the reason why I met that woman in the first place, because like she was like a mirror to me. She would put something on her Instagram, years ago about her like self-worth, because she's a very beautiful woman, but she kind of, she went through a lot. She went through a lot of catastrophic times over like a short period of time, and her self-confidence and self-worth was fucked up. She was this loser dude, all kind of shit. She told me her story, and but yeah, like I said, I learned a lot from her, and that's where I came to this, self-worth thing, because she had posted like, yeah, like, I'm sure I'll lose my self-worth tomorrow, or something like that, and I was just like, damn. And it got me kind of thinking. I was like, what the heck? I was like, dude, bingo, what are you missing, Titus? I was missing like my self-worth. I left it behind, and I'm wondering why like things aren't, like, a lot of things started working out for me, man. My life is a lot better than it was like ever, right? But there was this something I was leaving behind, and I couldn't put my finger on it, and that's what it was, straight up, And I noticed anything I would like say to that woman about encouragement too, it was like I was talking to myself as well, because like I said, she was like a mirror to me, and a lot of things I was saying to her, man, was like I was talking to myself. It's so interesting, like how God will get your attention, man, and puts people in your way, or puts people like in your path, and you're just figuring out, why did I meet this woman? Why did I meet this person? Why? It's a lesson, man. Because you got to learn too. It's like, hey, you're missing something too, your self-worth, So that's the biggest thing about this whole like journey, man, is like, if you don't, it's very cliche, man, but it's very true. I'm like a testament of it. It's like, man, if you don't love yourself, man, you don't see your like value, you'll just let anybody into your life. You'll spend all your money because in the subconscious level, you don't even feel like you deserve it. Like, love will come your way and you'll just push it away because you don't even love yourself, and it's like subconscious, right? It's like a lesson that I had to learn, and like hopefully I could help y'all out, but it was basically a big lesson I had to learn. I was wondering, like, man, this whole year has been just so odd, like this is from, actually it was July 22nd till today, but pretty close, right? And like that was like the lesson I got. I was like, man, it wasn't never even about trying to get a woman or anything like that, because I had met her, I had prayed and I actually met her, like not even a couple of days later, so it's very spooky, but the whole point of it was like, man, it was to learn how to love yourself, man. It's to learn, like, you have to know your self-worth, and you have to work on that. I don't know how long it takes, I've gotten like pretty far, but depending on your circumstances in life and what you've been through, that's like probably the most important thing to do. And I was like, instead of me focusing on getting these external things, I'm like, hey, all those things will come, but it's just like, how are you gonna appreciate it, man, if you don't even like have the appreciation for yourself? You see what I'm saying? It was like a lesson, like in, like I said, like self-worth, because you won't even be able to appreciate any of the blessings that are coming to you, anything you're manifesting. You won't even be able to appreciate it, and you'll lose it anyway, because you don't even like, you can't even appreciate yourself, so how are you going to appreciate anything else? I was like looking for external things that like make me feel better, but I was like, hey man, like, what make you feel better is like, hey, working on like keep working on the issues that you got. We all got issues, and it's not about seeking perfection, like I ain't trying to be perfect. I know y'all ain't trying to be perfect. That's impossible. Like, there's no such thing as a perfect circle, right? Like, there's no such thing as a completely straight line, but it's not about being perfect. It's about just getting yourself to where you're like, hey, I'm good enough. Hey, that that I could appreciate all the people that I've had to be, going from drug addict, motherfucking dude on the on that street life shit, going to be like a professional, like home builder, going through these different like phases of and always being the eternal artist that never dies, being an artist, make music and all that, so that never dies. But basically appreciating all the people that you had to be and all the things you went through, that's what brought you to the point you're at now. And like for me, it brought me to this point I'm at right now, where I'm like, the biggest problem I had is I always neglect my self-worth. I never thought I was worth anything. I always felt like I was worthless. I always felt like I was just no good, that like I'm a problem, that like I don't deserve anything. and most of it's not like I just said that, you know, oh yeah, I'm worthless, but it was a subconscious, man. It's like I was doing all these things. I started working out again. I got fucking fit, woo-wee, boy. But I got fit, all that, you know. But I was forgetting the most important thing. I didn't feel worthy, man. I didn't feel worthy, and it was like, you know, I came to that point where I was like, hey, man, like you gotta find appreciation in yourself. You gotta know your self-worth. You're worth something. You know, you're not useless. You're worth something. And you know, you got issues in your life, you know, you could actually fix, you know, get those like solved, bro. They'll bring your self-worth up and let you know that, hey, you know, I'm not perfect. I got my problems, but I'm damn well worth it though. And best believe it, hey, I'm worth it, you know. That was the biggest part about this, I've been on this mission like since like January 5th, 2020. You know, for me it's been a while, but I accelerated last year because last year I would say it was door 7. I was learning how to appreciate and love myself, and knowing that, hey, I am worth it, man. That I am worthy of love. I am worthy of respect. And I started getting all of it, but like I said, my cocaine addiction I went through, like, you know, like kept me there. It set me back. And I've been praying like crazy. Like, God, why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? And I figured out why, you know. I say that a lot too, you know. But I figured out why, man. I lost my self-worth, man. That's why I'm like, hey, I'm making big strides to be like, hey, I haven't done cocaine in like probably like 4 months. I quit after my birthday because like it was destroying me mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And it kind of like erased a lot of my self-worth. And you know, like I said, it's like and that's not for me, that's from this like woman. I gotta find her channel so I could like link you to the actual video, because I was very brilliant the way she put it. But it's like, you know, you have to go through these doors, and like I said, I got sent back to door 7, so I had to take a step back. Like right now I'm not like so worried about, oh, I gotta find a woman right now or any of that. I'm like, let me go back and learn how to like love myself, so when the woman does come, you know, when all the money does come and like everything I've been praying for comes, like, hey, I'm actually able to appreciate it and keep it. Because if I don't have that, like, I'll just fuck it off anyway, you know. It's a big lesson, man. Like, it's crazy how, like, you know, God, or you call it whatever you want, the universe, source, I don't know what you guys call it. I say God, but whatever you want to call it, like how that actually, you know, how God aligns things for you and to help you. Like, God's like, hey, I want to give you what you're praying for, but first I gotta take you to school. And that's basically what I, like, you know, went through school, you know, had to go to school again. And that's basically what has been happening to me. That's what this whole, like, my 4.5 year journey. And just let you know, my journey started because you know, I didn't have the greatest relationship with my mom, but you know, I loved her dearly when my mom passed away January 5th, 2020. So that's like kind of when my whole, like, this whole thing started for me. Like, I started working out again. You know, I laid off of drinking so much beer and all that shit. Stopped smoking weed because I was just making me less of a man. So I stopped smoking weed. But like I said, that's when mine kind of started, and I went through like a bunch of different stages, you know, in this 4.5 years, and it came up to last year, you know. And I like to say, like, you know, like I said, I'm not gonna say her name, you know, but it started kind of when I met that woman, man. And like, I wish I could find a way to just say, you know, thank you so much, you know, but I don't know how to say it, you know, because, you know, I don't want to creep her the fuck out or anything, dude. But you know, but yeah, it's just crazy how God works. It's crazy how life works, man. If you just have faith and pray, you'll get everything you've been like looking for and asking for. But sometimes you gotta go back to school, you know. So hopefully that helps you out. And again, like I said, it's like the doors, you know, you go through door 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 is like what you've been praying for. And thank God I only got kicked back to door 7, you know. So I have to go back, and that's what I'm doing right now. Hey, building that self-love and confidence back up again, man, because I was already getting there, but like that cocaine addiction I went through really like set me back, man. I'm still trying to forgive myself for like how much money I spent, like how much like damage I did to my body just doing that much cocaine, and just being like, damn, man, mentally it was the worst, you know, because I went back into a depression all over again. 'Cause I was depressed most of my life, and I had actually got it out the way, only to have to get thrown right back into it all over, you know, and it made me feel worthless all over again. So now I'm like, hey, I've been climbing up back again to bring up my self-worth, you know, and I'm just like, I'm using myself as an example. You know, you could apply it to your life, you know, whatever it is you're working on and you want to like manifest, whatever you want to get in life, you know, like, but the most important one, man, is like the one you leave, that one I left behind, which is my self-worth. You know, so know you're worth something. Don't think you're worthless. If you have things that are like fucking up your confidence, just work on those, man. We all have things that like mess up our confidence. Work on those. It'll help you out a lot, and that's what I'm doing right now. You know, so hopefully you guys found that video like helpful. You know, peace out, stay blessed. You know, have a great day. If you in California, stay cool because it's hot in the mo out here. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like 102, but we're used to it. But enjoy it. It's all love, man. And just y'all have a great day, man. Peace.